Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to be advancing the main story again. And like the last few weeks, the first thing we're going to do is do the last bit of the quests in Drake's Ford. That is, we are going to, once we equip our weaponry and everything, we are going to a party. Olaf's party. Finally, Drake's Ford is safe. I couldn't have done all of this without you, Jaina. No, there's just one more pressing matter that we have to deal with. Hey, Cody! Nice that you made it. A party? Yes. Olaf's parties are legendary, and this one has been going on a long time. Oh, yeah, I've seen the notes around town. Must be some party. Why didn't we go before now? We had more important things to do than to attend the local party. Besides, we just got invited today. Olaf sent us a note. You're hoping your Wi-Fi holds up because you're home for Christmas and live in the middle of nowhere. Ah, yes. I am also home for Christmas, so if there is a bit of interference from my brother speaking in the room next to me or something like that, that's why. Olaf sent us a note. Saving the entire town comes with benefits, I guess. Let's go. Knock, knock. Anyone home? Thank goodness. No worries. Thank goodness. Can't turn my net. What? Has someone could come to save us? Save you? You guys look like you're having fun. Fun? Ha! We were having fun until someone had the bright idea of having us all jump into the pool. I'm glad it's fine. Don't look at me. No one made you jump in. I don't see the big deal, guys. I'm still having a great time. So, you guys have been frozen solid in this pool for how long? Seems like weeks. And Swank keeps singing "Row, row, row your boat." How are you still alive? Have you fed yourselves? Hop in. No, it hasn't been easy. This has not been Olaf's best party. We'll get you out of there in no time. No, you won't. Oh yeah, and we had a party crasher. Aisha, what are you doing here? Who do you fools think sent you the invitation? I found our last battle unsatisfactory. I demand that you fight me again when I am unpoisoned. Gandalf, do you have more dragon bane? Nope, I used the rest on my blade. Dragons have excellent hearing, hero. Plus, I'm right here. Leave these people out of this, Aisha. I think not, Dragon Slayer. Once I finish with you, I will take my time with them. Quit stalling. Face me. She's at full strength now, Jin. I have no idea how we're going to defeat them. First things first. It is elementalized to fire. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Well, I suppose this is the best time to tell you, Galanath. I am a Dragon Lord. What? You? When did this happen? How could you have not noticed? Didn't you see my pet dragon fighting beside us? I thought it was some horribly deformed dog or something. I thought it might hurt your feelings if I said, "Man, what happened to the dog?" You, you've never seen a baby dragon before? I've seen a few, but I thought that there was no way that you'd have a dragon with you if I was there too. So that's how you know so much about Dragon Lords. It all makes sense now. I'm sorry that I lied to you, but your hate runs so deep. I didn't want anything to happen to Fluffy. Your bond with your dragon must be very strong. It is. Fluffy and I have been through a lot. I trust my dragon with my life. Just as I trust you with mine. None of that matters right now. Maybe there's one good dragon in the world. If you raise it, it must be a worthy creature. The exception to the rule. If you and your dragon have the power to defeat Asia, then do it. Save those people. I will. Thank you for understanding, Galanath. I know you think all dragons are evil and must be destroyed. Prove me wrong, Jaina. See you soon. See you soon, Cody. I sent your dragon amulet once again, Jaina. You cannot command me with that weak magic. Enough talk. Let us end this. Yes, let's. Lytanisha. Weakness to fire, as is pretty obvious with her being an ice dragon. So let's start, shall we? Cinder armor. As you can see, my laptop. What? Why? It is ice. It's supposed to be ice. I'm supposed to be ice. Why? Why did it go to? Okay, at least it did that right. And now it should still have a DOT. And that's that fight. I was impressed with how well you and your dragon worked as a team. I'm not yet ready to admit that there are good dragons in this world, but seeing you and Fluffy facing down the Ice Queen like that, let's just say that I'm open to a new possibility. Maybe there's one dragon who might do more good than ill for the people of Lore. Thank you once again for saving Drake's heart, Jaina. The others want to thank you too. Just take a look around town. Everyone's back where they belong. I'm looking forward to doing battle by your side again soon, Jaina. You and Fluffy. Aww. You and your dragon put a stop to Urash's final evil plan and saved the people of Dragsford from her icy clutches. And from Olaf's pool. And we got a nice dragon skill. So equip our everything again. Heal. And then we are off to Popsprocket. The ah streaming at the same time. Well, thank you for switching back and forth, Cody. To Popsprocket. In your travel across the kingdom of Greengard to the west of Falconreach floats the chained city of the gnomes, Popsprocket. Currently under invasion by mechanical monster, the gnome Nyx requires your aid in his effort to take back the city. It also seems that the elemental orb of energy may be involved. Time for a hero. So then, we, you and potions, quest. I'm glad that you're here, Jaina. I will not rest until our city is ours again. Pipe dreams, with your help, we'll win Popsprocket back from those robotic monsters yet. Balthazar's robots drove all of us here to the edge of town. We've been able to barricade ourselves here at the outskirts. We can't open the barricade for you without risking everyone else, but there may be another way. If you can get into the project delivery tunnels and open the 4 steam matrix gates, then you'll have a safe way into town. You'll have to work fast. Once you activate the steam, you only have a short time to alter the matrix, so it will release the gate lock. There are intercom tubes next to each gate, so you let me know when you're ready for me to start the steam. If you take too long or you can't fix the matrix before the steam is released, the pressure alarms will draw some of the cyclone guards. Don't worry, it's much easier than it sounds, and I'll walk you through it over the intercom tubes. Grab your pipe wrench, Jaina. We might have only one shot at this. Now then, my beloved Sir Jinx daggers aren't going to be really that helpful against robots, I think. So let's start with poison weapons equipped, shall we? And let's quest. Yeah, high energy resistance and immunity, such healing from metal. Water is their weakness. Show elementalize Fluffy, and then summon Fluffy as pet. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get the stun off. And that's that. Okay, testing 1, 2, yikes! I'm at the first gate, what do I do now? First, stop yelling. I can hear you fine at your normal speaking volume. Next, you'll have to rework the steam matrix to open the gate. How do I do that? As soon as you approach the gate, the steam will start making its way to the matrix. You will only have a short time before it starts filling the pipes. Let the steam will start at the steam valve in the upper left. You will need to start clicking the boxes of the matrix and cycle through the pieces. And build a path down for the steam down to the pressure gauge in the lower right. Remember, the steam will only go in one direction and it will always go straight when it can. If you don't get the matrix reworked in time, it will set off a pressure alarm and you'll have to fight the cycling guard and do it over. Ready to get started? Yes. Damn it. Double click. Again. Okay. Now I am done with this one. This wouldn't actually work in an actual pipe system, but luckily it does work here. This is what we'll need to do for the 4 different things. Yeah, that's useful, China. It's very, very useful. This is what we need to do for the 4 different gates that we need to open this way. Luckily, I am used to doing this one on mousepad. It's easier with the mouse, but with the mousepad, it's still very much doable. You did it! The pressure gate unlocks. I'm awesome. And we got the stun off, so just normal attacks now. Then we will just go on, not waste mana that much. I still love the fact that these robots can be poisoned. We didn't get the stun off. After this, we are going to be using a new version of the Necromancer, because earlier today I figured out why the Paladin didn't look as I remembered it looking. That's because now you can have customization in your armor, and those armors then you can customize what your armors look like, and one of them is the Paladin, other is the Necromancer. And I think using the Necromancer is going to be fun when it looks like that. Not that the look really changes, I just am glad to have an excuse to look at the new look. Yep, didn't get the stun off. Yeah, 50-50 chance of getting the stun off. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn off manual pet actions from when I was playing this on my own to catch up with everything. So turning off the manual pet actions. Damn it. These get more difficult every time though, because the steam comes faster and moves faster. So I hope it won't be too difficult for me. And that's that. I should have waited. Because now I'm out of mana. One of the other classes that has a new customization look, well, new-ish customization look, is the Dragon Lord, which I will also be taking a look. And I forgot to grab a healing potion. That's annoying. Let's hope it's not fatal, though. Probably is, as it's looking now. No, it is not. Then And that's that. As you can also see, you can see what piece is next on the uh, approaching piece, next piece list over here to the right. So that's nice at least. Oh, we're almost done already. And we didn't get the stun off again. But yeah, we will probably be hearing a lot of that poison sound. Because, again, we're here fighting things that are resistant to immune to healing from energy damage. And we got a charged cog, which is used for unlocking and training the Technomancer class, which is a mechanically unusual class, and I'm not that good at using it. So, other classes, Necromancer, do Zorback, become Necromancer, wear armor. Back, done. Equip everything again and hide it all. Potions, book 1, Falcon Reach. Now then, in order to get to both the armor painting room, where you can change your armor trim colors, and the armor customization room, there is a portal right here to armor customization. Fallen. And in a fight, we would look like this. There is also the Lich set, which, well, it looks like this. Unfortunately, it requires the last quest of the Darkness Orb to be completed. And I am not going to do that one until we're there in the timeline. So, this is the Fallen Necromancer look. And I love it. So, now we're going back to the Energy Orb Saga. And quests. Yeah, level 30 or higher. Pop guns. Now that you've got away into the city proper, we need to think of a way to get to Balthar and stop him. Getting through his cyclone army won't be easy, but I think that we've hit the spot of luck. The steam tunnel that you cleared comes out very close to the Popsprocket experimental tool storage facility. There will be lots of things in there that the refugees can use to make our lives easier until we win back Popsprocket. But there are two very special tools that I think we can use to make a kind of super anti-cyclone weapon for you. The first is called the Sparkane Zapper. It was designed to sap all the magic and electrical power from fuel cells. We used it on certain machines so they would be safe to work on, and then we would just recharge them when the repairs were done. The second is the Rapid Freeze Sample Saver. It was built to flash freeze living plant specimens and for transport and study. I can put them together and you can have a weapon that you can use on those robots. One shot from that baby will sap their power cells dry, freeze their water tanks and ice over their gears. They'll never know what hit them. This storage facility is very close to the mech griffin hatchery factory, so you'll have to fight past the insane mech griffins. Once you get to the storage facility, contact me through the talk tubes and I'll give you the key code to the door. Good luck, Jaina. If you pull this off, it will make stopping Balthar a lot more possible. So, we're fighting against insane mecha griffins. And I forgot to summon Fluffy again. Because of course I did. Let's see. Stun. And I forgot that this stun isn't really that reliable on these people. That is annoying. Yeah, let's just raise a minion. That attack can be a multi-attack, that attack can also be a single attack. And unfortunately, you never know which until you actually do it. Let's see, immobility resistance is 50, so it's still worth doing. But if it doesn't work, then just call upon her own powers. And weaken the enemy. And that's that. So we're fighting through these. Let's weaken the enemy this time around. See if that is a more. Of course, he'd use a multi-hit. Let us restore MP. Intent matters. And even with that, still manages to hit me 3 times in a row and deal a lot of damage. That is annoying. And now a wrong attack. Whoops. Let's hope he gets the... Oh well, he missed. That's nice as well. Not quite as nice as hitting himself and killing himself, but it's still nice. And then one final attacking round. Let's see then just how close to the end I am. That seems to be the end, if I had to guess. And hope. Mostly hope, honestly. But that happens sometimes. Sometimes you need to work mostly on hope. Oh, come on, Fiora, why? Why would you let me down like that? Yikes, I think I'm here, but I've encountered a small wrinkle. Hey, Adele! How are you? And I'm really glad that you finally got to watch the stream again as well. We're trying to find the energy orb and help save Popsprocket from the robot invasion. Yes, I think I'm here, but I've encountered a small wrinkle. What's wrong? The tools aren't here. What? The tools have been stolen? Not exactly. The building has been stolen. That's incredible! But how is it possible? And what is big enough to steal an entire industrial storage facility? I can only think of one thing, and it's not a good one. Sepulcher. My lord, Sepulcher. The Popsprocket elemental tool storage facility has been captured. The, the tools are being catalogued. Some of those inventions are amazing. These tools will give us a huge advantage in our battle, but there is bad news. Our spy in Falcon Ridge reports that you are very eager to embrace the darkness, Drakas. Oh, I know that she is in town. I can sense her. That power is unmistakable. Are you a little worried, Sepulcher? I fear nothing. Jaina is powerful, but she is only a single person. One small arrow is no match for the shadow side. Don't be so sure. You were once a single knight, and look at you now. All of lore, people huddling pools of light, terrified, trying to keep the darkness back. It is a losing battle. The light is fading. Jaina is one of the few remaining candles of hope. I will be the one to extinguish that candle. You just remember the master's plan is for the hero isn't finished. I grew tired of his
scheming, and I grew tired of Jaina if we cross paths again.
You will do nothing. You will obey.
We shall see. But for now, we must concentrate on getting the energy orb. Time grows short, and that orb must be ours soon. Dragoth, prepare the skeletal army. Tomorrow we begin our siege of Popsprocket. If we're lucky, Jaina will just get caught in the crust of fire.
Yeah. Sepulchre was able to scoop up the entire Popsprocket experimental storage facility. That hardly seems fair. Well, so much for Plan A. And thank you, Adele, for calling my voice good. I am not looking forward to these quest lines because there are a lot of those. But I will be doing them all in that voice. And we got a charged cog again. So, heal, quests, richest gear. Removing the whole storage facility, that was a dirty trick. So, Sepulchre is going for the ARP 2 and trying to stop you from getting there first. Never fear, I have a plan. Deep within the heart of Popsprocket lies our oldest, largest gear that operates most of the smaller gears in town. The tough voice was tired of. It doesn't tire my voice as much as rough up my throat, like in its entirety. So if I do that too long, I will probably have a coughing fit, and then it will hurt to actually do that voice. But I can just hold it for a long time at that level. It was put in place by Richard Fizzlesproing over 100 years ago. If you can cut the power to that very large gear, then none of the gear operated doors in Popsprocket will open. Sepulchre will have a lot of deadlocked doors in his way, and you can keep moving through the tunnels with me as your guide. Yeah, easy. Yeah, I will. Definitely. It's just fun to do that voice as well, so. You need to make your way to the heart of Popsprocket. I'll show you the entrance to the under tunnels. Destroy any cyclone engines that you see and try not to get burned by steam fans. All you have to do is remove the power source that keeps Richard's gear turning, which is a gigantic robotic gerbil on a gigantic wheel, which is powered by a smaller, real gerbil inside of it. Try not to hurt that little guy, okay? Yeah, it's definitely a cool voice. So yeah, we're going to shut down the gear that keeps the gears turning in Popsprocket in order to deadlock all the doors of Popsprocket. In order to do that, we have to destroy a giant robotic gerbil. And yeah, nice armor. Definitely nice armor. This is a new look for the Necromancer armor that you can nowadays equip, which I really, really like equipping. And it's also where the good-looking paladin armor went. Though that good-looking paladin armor is not available until we complete uh, memory demons, which will take a while because that is farther along. I think, like almost after the Fire Orb saga, at least. When is the after the Fire Orb and the Water Orb saga? Uh, the they the split is removed in the timelines, or well split. Yeah, still same resistances and everything. And we got them. So then we have the Fire Orb, we have Water Orb saga, then Tomic's storyline, and after that we have the Memory Demons when we can look like a Lich in Necromancer armor, or, and I think this is fun, look really cool in Paladin armor. Because the default Paladin armor, I'm sorry to say, looks like shit. Oh no, I'm not really sorry. I am not looking forward to traversing through that. Because that will hurt and will mean that we will have to walk back. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any healing pads in this quest, which would mean that we would have to do it without actually having a free source of healing. And that I am not looking forward to. But I will check whether or not what I just told you about when we can get to Dark Demons chronologically is true after this quest. Ooh, a tougher Cyclone Centurion that is luckily not able to actually catch us. Like a swap. Yeah, it looks cool. It's just unfortunate that the enemies in this area have a 50% immobility resistance, which means that it is almost not worth it to do that, to use that attack. Okay, and there is a really nice a healing pad, which means that we can use it, get free healing in this area, which is rather important when you're dealing with environmental hazards that are difficult to avoid. Yeah, a healing pad. He's standing on it. And unfortunately, he managed to stop us from actually using it. Yeah, that would be rude if they didn't have environmental hazard. Yeah. That's corrupt. Because DOT damage is nice. DOT damage. Stupid DOT effects are nice. Heal or mana and be so intimidating even when meditating that our aura strengthens. Our aura of fear. And now we can stand here on this slow healing pad. I played some Dragonfable on my own earlier today in order to get used to playing this with mouse and keyboard again. And I did a few book 3 missions where the healing pads actually heal you at a reasonable pace. As in, if you accidentally step on one of them, you're fully healed. Because they just instantly heal you. And that makes those fights way worse. So I am really looking forward to actually getting to book 3 now. And here it is. a guardian for the giant gear. Basically just a really tanky normal enemy. In 3 turns. That was turn 1. I think, yeah, that was turn 1. Let's just summon this one. That's color custom boot. That's fun. Lifesteal. And then a guaranteed crit on that, which is kinda taking advantage of mechanics, interacting in an unusual way to guarantee crits on that attack. But I love it. I honestly should have that one. No, it's another one. What is the attack that makes enemies weak to all? Where is it, this one? Oh no, that's on the Death Knight. Well then. Yeah, I think that is a color custom boot. You turn the steam wheel in here or depressurize in another room. So let's heal from that battle and then go to that other room, shall we? A critical strike again and again. My little undead. As you can see, that's really nice to do. And that was an open door that we didn't have to wait for. That has got to be the biggest mechanical gerbil powered by a real gerbil that I've ever seen. Really big gerbil. Fight. Yep, same resistances as all the others. Let's see if I can't put it this side. Yeah, especially in a boss fight, these types of skills are very, very nice. Yep, robot hamster. Powered by a real hamster. Oh, and you miscalculated that one. Love it. Yes, yes. There's a reason we were requested not to damage it too badly. Everyone lost that one. Ooh, we got the best possible result out of that one. Well, not really. Really, you can get 2 champions to be summoned, but that's quite a bit rarer. Let's see if we can't get that one to work. And now a shroud to resist those attacks, so that if he doesn't attack us himself, We just take 1 damage. Oops, misclick. Yeah, terror is unfortunately not yet didn't proc, but that one did. And that was a block on a 1 damage attack. That's why those sorts of things are really nice. Inspire terror in my enemies. Let's see if we can get it to break itself. Yes, we got it to break itself. The mechanical devil has been defeated. Richard's gear has been stopped. This should slow down possible turn Balthar down. You hope. And hope we do. Quests. Pachelbel's cannon. Undead minions are crawling all over the city, trying to fight their way to Balthar and the energy orb. I'd hoped that the undead would keep the cyclones busy enough for you to slip past them. But I was wrong. At least we knew what to expect from the cyclones. We can't fight the battle on 2 fronts, Jaina. We need information about adjustments and troop movements. And I think I know just how to get it. We've been working for the past few years. We've been working on a project we like to call the Magic Eye. It is a machine that can see images and transfer them through the aether, and we can view them. We are view these images in a separate location as they are happening on a viewing device we call a far vision. Isn't that brilliant? Oh, like crying. Let me just look up what the actual script there says. Uh, Canon. Oh, like crystal ball. Blink. Well, yes, I suppose. I suppose you could think of it like that. It's exactly like that. Or a magic mirror. It sounds like that too. Fine, yes, anyway. In the beginning, the magic eyes were huge and bulky, nearly too large to move. That's funny. Most crystal balls can fit in one hand. Stop interrupting. It wasn't very interesting seeing what was happening in the next room on a tiny screen when you could just walk there. Or you look into it. Recently, the team has greatly reduced the size of the Magic Eye. Now it is barely noticeable. Gaining entrance into a flying fortress would be impossible, but we have spotted a flying eye roost at the top of one of the towers. If we can get you up there with the Magic Eye, then you can attach it to one of the flying eyeballs sleeping in the roost. We would have one of Spencer's own flying eyes spying for us, and no one would even know it. It would also be the perfect field test for the new, smaller micro Magic Eye. So, you want me to get on top of a flying Dracolich castle without being noticed. Then you want me to slip a spy machine onto a sleeping flying eye, also without being noticed. And then you want me to escape unnoticed? Hmm? Oh yes, escape. That's part of the plan too. Do I even want to know how you planned on getting me up there? No, probably not. Moments later. Explain once more why I'm being shot out of a cannon. Because our catapult is having some bugs worked out of it by a researcher named Will E. Coyote. And if we use the rocket, we'd either ram you into the castle or detonate the rocket, get you to your target. This method is considered your safest bet. Being shot out of a cannon is the safest. Got it. Okay, Yix, light the fuse. Fuse lit, retreating to a safe distance. That's comforting. Few more seconds and you'll be soaring through the air, the first human to fly. The world will never forget what you did here today, Jaina. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. One blast off! Hours later. That was an amazing success, Jaina. I missed Sepulchre's castle entirely. I landed in Doomwood Swamp and had to find my way past Lagoon Goons to get back to Griffin. Explain how that was a success. It was a learning experience. And what did you learn? To use less blasting power and to equip you with an emergency parachute. Is this idea going to work? Sure it is. Light the fuse, X. Fire in the hole! Once we get the trajectory right, we should only need to fire you 3 more times before we get the kinks worked out. What, 3 more times? You mean you're not going to get me up there on this try? Don't be silly. We've never done this before. We need to calibrate the. Get me out of this thing! Oh, oopsie, here comes the fuse. Good luck, Jaina. Fly, soar like an eagle. Wait until I get out of this gun and I'll make you soar like this. Oh, hey, Belinda. Hey, Yix, we lucked out. It looks like she made it this time. We are so good. From the known about time spent unconscious. I think listen to I'm a fool. No more badges, please. I'm full. Ugh. I guess I made it. I hope I'm on the right floor at least. Better get moving. The less time I spend here, the better. So yeah, we got shot out of a cannon multiple times until we finally hit the place. Luckily, it wasn't that many multiple times, just a few. And this ridiculousness will just continue on throughout this arc, which is awesome. And after that, it gets a bit more serious again, which is better because that's where these writers really shine. And luckily, these enemies aren't resistant to energy, so we can actually use my favorite weapon. At least, my favorite weapon for now. Because I'm really looking forward to getting the darkness weapons and then, uh, you know, making them not be darkness anymore. Mainly the last one, because then we have a bunch of really good light weapons. well, one really good light weapon. And a really good dark weapon, actually, if we upgrade that one far enough. Unfortunately, that requires quite a bit of money. For 50,000, in fact, to get both to the next, to get both to max level. No, actually, it requires, in theory, 53,000 to get them all the way to the level 90 max level versions. Luckily, that isn't much after we get out of the early levels. For example, in a single fight on my other character, which isn't level 90, she got 70. No, she has 770,000, I think, and she got 1,700 uh, gold out of a single fight. So eventually, you end up making a lot of gold very quickly. So we are putting all these flying eyeballs to sleep, both as using the stun move as well as that is literally what we're doing here. Holy Mother of Eyeballs! Heal battle. This is the Mother Eye. In a rage. And yeah, we have a tiny DOT effect on the Mother Eye at least. Let's see. Since they all attack using wind, that's quite a nice ability to stun them. Well, to negate their attacks. And the Fear Aura, of course, is doing its job as something. Okay, you've got to test some stuff now, so unfortunately, can't say much. Thanks, Russ. Well, if your test happens to stop in less than an hour, I'll still be streaming. And otherwise, I have another stream planned for an hour after that, where I am going to read A Christmas Carol. That will be fun. Yes. Mother Eye is just slowly losing health over time. The other flying eyeball is actually losing a lot of health over time, eventually. Hopefully. You keep in mind, hopefully you'll be able to test. That's nice. Yeah. It won't be a very visually interactive stream, though. And then the Fear Aura is strengthening everywhere. This fear aura will it should have casted an different enemy so that the fear aura would be stronger. Oh, come on. Let me go ahead and heal a bit. That's the benefit of having fully leveled up health potions. You can actually heal mid-bow. Looks like I looked out. None of the other eyes seem to have woken up. Now, all that I... let's see. No. All that I have to do is slip one of these guys and voila. This is the greatly reduced in size micro magic eye? Well, too late to complain. I'm sure that no one will notice. I'd better jump before any of these eyes wake up. I sure hope these gnomish parachutes work better than their cannons do. They don't work any better. Now you finally got the upper end. If the gnomish magic eye works the way it's supposed to, good luck. And then you have directly line to sepulture spells. And another charged cog. Healing potions, quests, sit calm. We're just about ready to turn on the far vision. I'm not sure what we'll be able to see, but you should prepare yourself for the worst. If the picture isn't clear enough, just wiggle the antenna on top there. Finally, we're getting something on the far vision. Let's see if we can see what our little spy can see. My lord, my lord, we have combed the fortress upper levels, but have found no sign of the intruder. Who would dare invade our fortress?
My fortress, Dragoth, and there is only one person on lore who would dare risk my wrath. Jaina will pay for this insult.
What do you think Jane was doing? An assassination attempt?
No, Jaina knows that she could never get to me within my own fortress. I have no doubt that it was some ill-conceived plan to spy on me.
The hero left too quickly to have learned anything about other plans to invade Popsprocket, withdrawn the army, destroy the Cyclone army, and seize the energy ore by force.
And she must have left something within the fortress.
Some sort of device?
Yes.
Like clicking too fast, because apparently my mousepad sometimes double clicks, which is annoying. Um, Something that the hero might have attached to, say, a flying eyeball.
What?
Oh, like a machine of some sort that hero could attach to one of the minions.
Yes, something like that.
Something that the hero might have attached to, say, a flying eyeball.
What are you prattling on about, Dragoth?
My lord, I believe I found the spy. Behind you!
Dragoth, you idiot. This was flying behind me the whole time you were describing our plans.
Yes, my lord.
That didn't strike you as a little odd.
I will catch the spy. Just don't kill me. That is great. Do we have any popcorn? I got him. Don't worry. I got it! I got it! I don't got it.
Stand aside, Rickard. I will capture it.
Well done, my lord. There's a... Ah!
Let that be a lesson to you, principles. And as for you, it does not matter that you know my plans. In fact, I invite you and your friends to try and stop me and my undead army.
Hey, it's that Saint Gerbil again. The one that powered the giant robotic gerbil.
I have been forgiving so far, Jane, but that time is over. Long live the shadow side.
Like nuts, he destroyed the mini-match guy. But it worked! Yippee! Try to focus for a second, Jigs. We learned what we needed from that loudmouth track off. Sepulture is bringing war to Popsprocket. We have to do everything in our power to keep him from getting the energy orb. We can help you get around Popsprocket, but we don't have enough numbers or resources to fight a war. The other heroes of Falcon Reach will come to the aid of Popsprocket, but their numbers simply won't be enough. We're going to have to find an army somewhere. Where? How? We barely have enough gold to feed ourselves, much less hire an army. All we have access to are warehouses of warehouse of empty boxes. That may be all we need. I'm going to borrow one. Need to borrow one of your griffins. And we are hiring a couple of people that are always very interested in boxes. Let's see if we can't hire some Sneevils, shall we? Also, that Sneevil Gladiator is doing a lot of damage there. That's not what we want. Luckily, these still are Sneevils, so they're not really a threat. Not individually, at least. And my voice can rest a bit from using the Sepulture voice for so long. And Fluffy can go ahead and take care of the Sneevils. That's also nice. Unfortunately, this isn't that interesting with what we're doing, given that we're constantly using the same attack over and over again. And we didn't get any crits off this time. Luckily, Fear Aura is good for something. Oh, damn. But damn you, Sneevil Gladiator. We do have the best attacks of all Sneevils, but still annoying when you lose to a Sneevil. Yeah. I have to use a healing potion. Fighting Sneevils. And that's ooh, a mystical sack that will probably heal me. But I'm not taking a risk of fighting these without taking on at least some preventative measures. And then with that, we can take on the rest of this group. Let's hope that Fluffy doesn't miss or use a different, or I don't miss actually. That's also important. Do you want to eat this bag and recover your HP and MP? Yes. Yes, I do. And now I will keep this I will keep this all as it is and do some self-protection, self-care, so that I don't end up dead fighting these creatures. Because that would be really embarrassing. A DOT I had completely forgotten was even on him. Killed him. That's nice. And I forgot to do the preventative measures. Whatever. They will all end up dead anyway. And then here it is the final Box Lord. And yes, that is the title a Sneeful King has. Damn, these creatures are pretty damn nasty for transformed kids. Which is still my favorite bit of hysterically dark lore in a kids game. And this was before this actually became targeted at more mature audiences. So this is exactly as dark as it was intended. A one-off joke that had horrible implications. And now we can finally take on all of these. Then take some mana potions and get back up. So that we can take on the Box Lord. Sneevil Ninja. And that's that. And we got a level up. So we now have a different weapon that we can use, namely the Brain Freezers, which is 44 to 48 damage. Looks shit though. Well done. What you wanting? Other than breaking more of Sneevel's stuff. King Sneed, I've come to ask for your help. What? You just knock out lots of Sneevils on your way here. Now you want help? Yes. You need to buy a book on asking politely. Or a shrink. I noticed that you command a great army of Sneevils who will fight bravely, and I'm willing to pay well for your services. Now you're speaking my language, but we no one know your god. Who said anything about gold? I can give you boxes, 100,000 boxes. 100,000? Nibbleface. Yes, King Sneed. Is 100,000 boxes a lot? Yes, King Sneed. More than 5? Yes, King Sneed. We do it! Make done quest. Sneed agreed. You have the beginnings of an army. Sort of. Hopefully, but that will not be enough. Maybe some of the Pentagonal Knights can help you? And we got another charged cog, because that's a surprise. So, we just got a level up. That means 1 Falcon Rage. We are getting some stat training. We are getting our stats up there, because apparently I forgot to train by 10, 10, and 5. Sure, I like that. We have that done. Now we will upgrade our potions. Let's see how difficult this will be without a mouse. More specifically, the other one. Sweet Palm, Snapdrake, and Banana Bush. That's easy. Correct. Just created. Yep, that'll be enough. Nice. Sweet Palm is up here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think so. Bovux. Ooh, yeah. I had to fight a creature like that earlier today. Had a bit more mana and health though. That was annoying. And we didn't get the stun off. Let's hope this is enough. Yes, it is. And now the Snapdrake. No portmanteauing those words together. And the aura was strong enough. And that's why having level appropriate weapons is nice. Train alchemy, take test. Ready, start. Okay. Hopefully, I did it right. This one is a bit easier to remember. And we've completed it. Now, to do this one. Get the reagents. Lavendrite, Side Road, Horme, Severine. Okay, that's an easy-ish thing to get. And then these. Yeah, I thought so. One downside of having little variation in your weaponry is that the multi-hits get hit harder than the single hits. Because, unfortunately, multi-hits hit better when you have more in the max or maximum. Hopefully that makes sense. I think that makes sense. And now the side road. Okay, now that we have this one, we have all the things we need, I think. Hope. Yes, yes, we do. Sorry about that. Take the test on the mousepad. And apparently this requires so much computing power that my laptop is having troubles with it, or something like that. Something that utilizes all of the gemstones that we can have to utilize. That's a large thing we had to draw there. And we have completed the level up quest. That is nice. Okay. Now that everything that we need to do on level up is done, let's just talk to the BM Muggle and see just what we can get here. Yeah, you can get these all if you have something in something from Hero Mart, the store. You can get a few weapons like this. Sometimes some of the Hero Mart stuff ends up in the store. Some others don't. The Ultra Omni-Knight Blade for backing the Adventure Quest 3D game. Back to the Orb Saga now. Okay. So yeah, there is a letter from home and the entire Fire Orb Saga. Then nice. Just after that, Icy Wind and Donovan. There's the Water Orb Saga. Then there is this one, which is Tomix's Saga, and I am really looking forward to that one. There's Meeting Ages and the Soul Weaver training, and then a Dark Letter. That is the last bit of the Darkness Orb Saga. Insurmountable. We need the help from the rest of the heroes in lore. Fighting a war on two fronts just won't work. Talk to Captain Rolith, see if he quest more insurmountable. Talk to Knight Captain Rolith, see if he and the Pectagonal Knights will help fight for our cause. Saving our city and keeping the orb safe are of utmost importance. I have faith you'll make them see how much we need their help, Jaina. Greetings, Jaina. I didn't expect to see you here. I only just decided to send word to you asking for your aid. You were going to ask me for help? Well, yes, you do have a reputation for being something of a hero. Some of our younger knights say you can handle anything. Since I have to stay back and direct our efforts, you would be good for morale directly on the battlefield. I am. Well, thank you, I appreciate it, but you see, I came here to ask you for help. There's this invasion. Oh, we know the bandits are all over. All my knights are out battling them blindly. No, I'm talking about an invasion of robots. A robot invasion. I am pretty sure these bandits are humans. Do you need to lie down? No time to sleep. I'm talking about Popsprocket. There are robots on Popsprocket. Gnomes there need your help. You and your knights could turn the tide in the coming war if you have the time to come help us. I see. I'm sure we'd love to help you, but like I said, we're in the middle of our own invasion. Somehow, someone or something convinced all the separate bandit bands to unite and assault our town and fortress. I won't order my knights to abandon their battle in the middle of it, but if some of them are willing to assist you, I'll allow them to join you. You'll need to ask them yourself, though. I'm in the middle of planning a large-scale retaliation attack. So, someone convinced everyone else to unite and fight against us. Let's see if we can't do something about that. And then we will focus our efforts on that guy. Mostly because he's the only one who had any chance of surviving. Some enemies that we can take on and save our friends. It is really nice to be able to do damage in the high tens, 60 to 70, 68 to 70 damage is nice amount of damage to do. Not quite what I got used to on the other game though. Survivor. Survivor. Jaina, I'm glad to see you. Circumvent there was trying to sneak past some bandits when they turned on him. That's awful. Speaking of people being attacked, I could really use your help from my friends. There are news on the floating island called Popsprocket. I'm too busy guarding his hide to try and seek out help right now, and much too busy to offer it if you need it. I'm sorry, but maybe the others will have time to help you. As expected, unfortunately. A single enemy. Now that's a bit easier to fight against. I really should use the cloak of undeath more. Especially when I'm facing single damage enemies. Easy. And a single healing potion in order to take them down. Yes. Yes, indeed. And that is good for DHS. Good DHS. Now then, Cloak of Undeath. Shroud of the Undeath, I mean. Um, this should, yes, there, that's a plug that I always forget to do. Okay, that guy is dead now, so we will go ahead and work on it. Work on the other people that do not yet have a DOT on them. Surgeon. Hello, Gina. I see you've stumbled upon my field hospital. You haven't seen surgery, have you? We could use a paradox here, but it would create an impossible situation. Sorry, can't say that I have. I did see a city full of gnomes who need your help, though. Look around. I've got patients with no patients, stuck full of IVs, and I just have to hope my work isn't in vain. I see you really do look busy. Oh, the ICU is pretty quiet right now. All the knights left it, insisting they could find wounded lunatics. Please either grab a bandage roll or find me a nurse who will. I hope you're not squeamish about blood. I'll just go over there and see if I can find Search and Destroy and talk to him. Bye. Hey, mister. So let's hope this didn't mess up. No, it did not. And that's that. No, that enemy is dead. Come next turn, no matter what. So we will attack this Renegade Scout. To sleep, my enemy. Intensify my aura by meditating. Ah, there is. Let's hope it's Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy. Or whatever his name would be pronounced like. Let's hope we can actually get some allies here to help us. Maybe if we beat up all the enemies around here, that would help them. And that's why even a weak DOT can make a lot of difference, because if I didn't have Fluffy, that would have ended up with them. Were you hiding from last minute? Surreptitious. I'm known for my ability to scout. When people think of violent, they think of surreptitious. Or maybe I shouldn't have rather done them. Oh no, no, you've just freed me up. I will take survey and we will go scout out other bandit groups. They are attacking Oaklor from all directions. We're hard pressed to keep up with their invasion. I guess that means you're all too busy to help me save the gnomes of Popsprocket. It looks like your gnome friends are going to get the short end of the stick. Then it's back to Captain Rowlett for me. Maybe he'll have ideas of who I can go to next. And yes, that is unfortunate. I wonder if Captain Rowlett has a solution for who can help the gnomes of Popsprocket. And Poseidon Blade, which is nice, mainly to sell. Let's see, what would Poseidon's Blade look like according to this? A coral and water blade. Fair. Annoying, but fair. There is a steam tank vehicle that we can buy, which is a class that isn't that good. They still need to get it around to reworking it. And yeah, you can see very expensive for these types of weapons. These look a bit better. But yeah, these are most definitely not worth the money, according to me, at least. So let's do the next quest. Rowless Solution, which is just a cutscene, but hey, that's nice. I'm sure Captain Rowless will have a suitable alternative for us. Back already? You move quickly for a necromancer. I spoke with all the knights I could find nearby. I think you can already guess their answer. I'm sorry, Jaina. I knew you to ask for yourself, but I didn't know. However, I think I have an idea which could help. Why don't you head back to Popsprocket, and I will send the force once I get to them. Thank you, Captain. The gnomes and I will be indebted to whomever you send. Oh, yeah. Here they come. An army of dogs. Uh-oh. Down, boy. Okay, here's the treat. No, that's my hand. That's still my hand. Now, remember, if you go to the big necromancer on the floating island, she will have dog treats for you. Lots and lots of dog treats. Give this letter to the first person you see, so they know you're there to help. Okay, little buddy, go find the flying island. We're getting an army of dogs. They'll know when the dogs arrive. Maybe we will be able to sleep peacefully for once. Hmm. Come on, Necromancer, it's not that hard to deliver a letter. I'm not going to pay you. More visitors. Last time I checked, this wasn't tourist season, and with many, we're going to need all the mecha griffins and half trained or not. And a bunch of dogs are coming in, sent from all over. It's basically the entire trained army that Rolex sometimes sends against certain players. If you're doing the Limb Crest Infinite Labyrinth. As you can see, this very graphically intensive game is giving trouble to my laptop. So Oaklor decided to help us after all. Cry, however, can let loose the dogs of war. I'm sure you'll think of some way to use them. Rodeth, Knight Captain of the Octagonal Knights. And let's complete the quest. No quests. More Ex Machina. We'll need to start planning the details of the war, Jaina. I'm sure Supporter has a plan already. We need to go off and talk without interruptions and really get things moving. Okay, so we've got the Sneevils, right, and the herd of dogs. You'll come up with a use for them, I'm sure. Right, just give me a few more days to brainstorm. And there are the other gnomes and I will help, of course. If only the tool storage facility was still here, I could. I am Dave, version 384.16. You are Jaina, the necromancer, and Yix, the acting leader of Popsprocket. Yix, get back, I'll take him. Halt, I am not the enemy you think I am. So, you're an enemy, but I don't know you yet? Negative. Affirmative. Results inconclusive at this time. Then who are you? You are about to engage the cyclones created by Balthar, a gnome who is producing machines beyond his level of skill. Thanks, we are aware of that much already. I am an agent of those with similar interests to yours. This coming war will impact the future of your race on this planet. Wait, what? Please, watch this. Ha ha ha. Jaina.
Jaina will be fighting my minions and these machines. It else to survive, and I'll have to endure.
But I thought you wanted to clash the Cyclone army too.
I don't care if there are cyclones left over. They can attack the rest of the towns of Lore, for all I care. Any ray only plays into my plans.
But you're going to destroy a lot of them, right? They're too creepy to keep around.
Yes.
When Sepulcher attacks the Cyclone army, he initiates a sequence of events which result in the Cyclones replicating in extreme numbers. They do this in order to resist him, but become so many that all life and unlife on the lore are threatened. So Erase decided to exterminate. Stop. No, don't take this the wrong way, but you are a Cycloner. Affirmative, but of a different generation. And you don't want the Cyclones to mass produce? Affirmative. In the future, I am reprogrammed and sent back by a man named Dracoth. He was told that by a talking sword to prevent this future from happening. I am to ensure that it doesn't. You will assist me. Dracoth? How did he manage to teleport you? My records indicate that I was contained in a unit with more volume on the inside than its outer appearance indicated. The most efficient way to do this is to convince Pilcher to exterminate the Cyclones entirely. You will assist me in reaching my target. Well, we do have a way to do that if you'd prefer to avoid using the cannon. Trust me, we do. There's always the Skynet. Skynet, that sounds only slightly less dangerous than the cannon. Only if it becomes self-aware and decides it doesn't like you. What is the event of that? What is the probability of that event occurring? Well, it sounds like Yix made it, so about 50-50. Your lefty is good human. It relieves tension and the fear of death. Oh, it really is, isn't it? What did you expect? Not really sure. So yeah, this is a lot of Terminator shoutouts. So what's your plan for convincing Spilcher to destroy the Cyclones? It is simple. I am going to provoke him into losing his temper, then he will lash out at Balthar's machines. We aren't ready for the coming war yet, so I'm sorry, I cannot let you do that, Dave. The most efficient way to initiate an emotional reaction is to postulate that he is unable to destroy the existing Cyclones. Chance of predicted reaction resulting in immediate attacks on the Cyclone army, 100%. You can't do that! Wrong. So, that was a Space Odyssey shoutout, I think. I honestly don't know what for a shoutout that was. The fun of not giving a shit about most things going on in popular media. So I think this will be the last quest we will do for today. Then I'm going to stop recording this, and then I'm going to just give you a sneak peek for the next thing after that. All right. Honestly, these skeletons are so easy to fight off. It's really nice. Especially when you have a dragon that breathes light of them. And that is that. We didn't get to stun it. Unfortunate, but that Shadowhound will be taken out fairly easily just by doing this. See? And I now know not to actually use the stun on Shadowhounds because that's not worth it. A 15% chance to stun is not worth it doing less damage. Luckily, this bonfire wasn't that difficult to fight. Then, once we are done with this, identity supports your race, humor, danger assessment, target. Identity, Drakath, race, human, danger assessment, sort of an annoyance. Identity, Necrotic Blade of Doom, race unidentified, danger assessment, does not compute. Sepulture, deal with this! What? Target lost. Hey, boss? I forget the feeling of someone is watching you. Jane, huh? With one of the cyclones?
So, a preemptive attack of my well-defended fortress. How brave of you. No, not brave. What's that other word?
Foolish?
That's it.
Oh no, this time I'm not running things. It's all Dave's show right now. He wanted the media. Affirmative, I was sent to speak to the human who attempts to steal the energy orb and attack the Cyclone army.
Might makes right, and I am very mighty. If that Nobu as it now can stop me from taking it, he can keep it.
You are the foolish human to think you could exterminate enough Cyclones to reach the energy orb.
You underestimate my machine. My powers far outstrip those of some buckets of bolt.
But doesn't Jin want to?
Be quiet, Drakath, I'm boasting.
We have computed the chances of success. They approach 0. I guess Jaina wanted to defeat the Cyclone.
You will see, machine. You and Jaina both. You doubt me. I will obliterate all the cyclones. This is the now darkness takes care of problem. And we're starting with you.
Will I drain my mind? It's going. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer. Do
And as for you, Jaina, since you so kindly obliged me by entering my fortress voluntarily, Why don't I just take care of you now?
My lord, weren't you told not to?
Dragoth, go do something useful. Now.
Yes, my lord.
Jaina, get out. Go gather your precious allies. I will crush them all. War is coming.
New email from Rokabot07. Dave? Hey, Dave, why haven't you been answering my emails? Dave! And we got a necrotic knife. The metal of this dagger is pitted with holes. Let's hope it doesn't fall apart when you try to use it. This item requires a dragon amulet. Deals disease damage. That's actually quite rare. So let's take a look at it. Ah, looks like shit. Okay then. Now I will go ahead and show you just quickly a picture.